ThaGuyXii.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Before we start, please free Coco. Look, I did what y'all said. I met y'all demands. Release my dog. Release Coco. But nah, no, no jokes and shit. But I'm glad to see y'all fucking with it. Y'all enjoying yourself. I'm actually having like it seemed like as more parts come out, I'm having more fun with it. I don't know if y'all could tell, but you know what I'm saying. It feel good. Like I ain't gonna lie, I probably haven't felt this good about like making videos and shit and like doing content in a pretty long while. But enough about that. I want to get a few things out the way before we start. I picked a few names for the different types of drugs and shit. Some of the names was just so hard that I could not pass up on. Right. So obviously the more enhanced green light, I picked red light because that was pretty fire. Uh, there was also a suggestion of juice, which I don't know what I'm gonna turn that into yet, but I'm put a pin in that because it could be something, right? I got bliss. I came up with that. You know what I'm saying? Bliss and whatnot. It's an opioid. It's something he also gonna be dealing with. And then we got real life, which was also from one of y'all. So you know what I'm saying? It's a psychedelic. That's what I'm gonna go for with that one. And those are the drugs that he got on the market. You know what I'm saying? That are custom made by him. But that's it. That's all I needed to get out the way. We're gonna get right into it. But where I last left off, Casper, he was in his room. And a few hours passed, you know what I'm saying? He got some shut eye, you know. And then he got up, you know what I'm saying? He feel pretty good about this place, you know what I'm saying? Besides like, you know what I'm saying, that one dude he met earlier, you know what I'm saying? Kanan. That was his name. Yeah, Kanan. He was like, yeah, besides him and how he just kinda like peeked his head into his room and shit, kinda, you know what I'm saying? He don't know. He don't know about that. Like, it was his first time doing it. So like he ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, he ain't gonna crash out over it. But like it did feel a little disrespectful a little bit. But bro kinda cool. Besides that, you know what I'm saying? They play basketball together and shit. He started watching a few videos on basketball so he can, you know, actually do better than just shooting. And one of the things he noticed when he was playing basketball is that he he can't miss like at all. Like he just couldn't miss. And then he started kind of playing around with it. That's why he lost because he started playing around with it. He started to figure out like from what angle could he shoot and if he can just completely be off and still kind of make it. So his shooting precision. God damn it, bro! I'm fucking up. Percentage is pretty high when he's trying. His proficiency is, you know what I'm saying, 100% when he's trying. When he's not trying, it's still around 95%. And when he wanna miss, he gonna miss. So I had to get that out the way. Forgive me for my stuttering. You know what I'm saying? I still got these veneers. I said, not veneers, fucking Visalons. I'll never get rid of my teeth for some fucking veneers. But I still got these Visalons. And and they fucking with my fucking my mouth and my tongue and shit. Pause. So it making it harder for me to talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't enough for me to, you know what I'm saying, not post these videos and shit. You know. But it is a little it's like being on training wheels, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. But besides that, you know what I'm saying, he did just wake up, you know what I'm saying? He grabbed some of his clothes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Gucci, Louis, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know. He got some Amiri, you know what I'm saying, because hey, he dripped too hard. So he going to the bathroom and shit, and he realized, you know what I'm saying, that's like the boys' bathroom, the girls' bathroom, and then it's kind of like set up like kind of like multiple showers, like you know what I'm saying, multiple sinks, like type shit. And he like, man, that's kind of weird, but he going to the last one on the right side. He close it, turn the water on and shit. You know what I'm saying? The water pretty hot, you know what I'm saying? He fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? So, he get his shower out the way, you know what I'm saying? He dry his hair, you know what I'm saying, dry himself off and shit. He get out. You know what I'm saying? He walking past, you know what I'm saying? He already put his clothes on and shit because, he about to be walking around this motherfucker naked. You know what I'm saying? He start brushing his teeth and he looking in the mirror and shit and he noticed, like, you know what I'm saying? He got he got to do something with his hair because you know what I'm saying. Now that it's wet, it's just drooping. You know what I'm saying. It's leaking all into his face and shit. You know what I'm saying. The water is just leaking out of it. It seems like no matter how many times he try to dry it, it's still water left. He like, yeah, I got to do something with all this hair. You know what I'm saying. He be thinking like, damn, he could just go ahead and go get some Insta locks because his hair already pretty long and just you know what I'm saying dread up. Or he could probably find a different style, but he don't really know what he want to do with it right now. But for now, you know what I'm saying, he got it wet. You know what I'm saying, after it got wet and shit, you know what I'm saying, his hair started air drying, it kind of curled up. So he was like, I mean, you know what I'm saying, this ain't too bad for right now. So he kind of rocking that. So he going back towards his room since he went to sleep and he woke up. It is kind of later in the day. So a lot of the people that was just in their rooms, you know what I'm saying, making sure they were doing their classes and shit, getting shit out the way. They are more like active. They're more roaming around and stuff. So as he's walking back to his room, you know what I'm saying, he ended up bumping into a shorty. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh shit, my fault. Right? She mad as fuck. She like, man, watch what the fuck. And then she see him, and then she like, oh, my apologies. I probably shouldn't have been looking down at my phone. These kind of incidents happen often. And he's like, yeah, 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 but my fault though. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really paying attention to where I was going either. So, you know what I'm saying? We gonna leave it at that. And she like, oh, you live here? And he like, yeah, I just moved in like today. And she like, oh, okay, okay. Like, what hall are you in? And he like, well, I'm in H hall. And she like, oh, that's kind of cool. This is kind of a coincidence. I live in H hall too. He was like, yeah, but nah, I said I'm kind of still getting the hang and the understanding of the layout here. Like this is, you know what I'm saying, these just a multiple series of buildings connected to each other. So like I'm kind of lost. And she like, oh, don't even worry about it. I could walk you back. And he like, oh, I appreciate that. So you know what I'm saying? Casper got the juice, got the sauce a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Got it a little bit. So they walk it back and shit. You know what I'm saying? She introduced herself as Erica. And he like, all right. You know what I'm saying? He introduced himself as Drac. And she like, that's not your real name. And he like, obviously not. And she like, you what? You don't do the real names? And he like, shit, nah, not really. And she like, okay, Drac. And I'm saying she kind of like put emphasis on that shit. He like, hey, you ain't gotta say my name like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. I can hear you. And she started laughing. You know what I'm saying? He chilling, smiling and shit. Bro evolving into a light skinned Duke Dennis. But enough about that. They walking, they talking. You know what I'm saying? They start adding each other and shit. And I'm talking like on Instagram and shit when I talk about the adding each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get the followers up. So you get back to his room and shit, and she like, oh, that's crazy. My room's like, you know what I'm saying, 3 doors down from yours. And he like, oh, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's cool. Right? So he go into his room, you know what I'm saying, and she just standing there. He looked back, right? Because the door's still open. He was like, "Were you trying to come in?" And she like, yeah, but you know what I'm saying, you probably shouldn't be inviting people into your room like that because, they kind of got thinky like rules about shit like that. And he like, what you mean? And she like, you know what I'm saying, you know, the whole boys gotta be with the boys, girls gotta be with the girls situation. You know what I'm saying? They can't really be in each other's rooms with the door closed. You know what I'm saying? That type shit. He like, oh. I mean, that's to be understandable. So she go in, she, you know what I'm saying, she sit down and shit. You know what I'm saying? This nigga start, you know what I'm saying, getting on, his phone and shit. He looking at different hairstyles. You know what I'm saying? She looking and she like, what you doing? And he like, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out something to do with my hair. And she like, you know what I'm saying, you don't know what to do with your hair? You like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Normally it's just like this. Well, not like this. It curl up, you know what I'm saying? But normally I either, I might pick it out, you know what I'm saying, throw it, or I just leave it just curled a little bit naturally. But I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't know nothing about no products. I don't know nothing about no oils. I don't know nothing about none of that. And she like, damn, how is your hair so good if you don't know nothing? He's like, hey, God gift. That I don't know what else to say about it. So after a while, you know what I'm saying, she started walking them through some shit, some little tutorials. And look, for all my niggas that want to do their hair journey and shit, it's best to find out your hair type and then find some females that also have the same hair type as you. That's the fastest way for you to learn how to take care of your hair. Can't say I ain't never tried to help you. But you know what I'm saying? She started telling him, you know what I'm saying, she do box braids. She can give him some box braids, you know what I'm saying? He like, oh shit, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying, you got some prices, or you about to just hook me up one time for the one time? And she like, man, see, right now she can do it for free because, you know what I'm saying, she kind of want to get used to his head and shit and see if he tender headed or not. And then, you know what I'm saying, he looked at her when she was like trying to get used to his head. He looked at her like out the corner of his eye. She was like, boy, and he like, hey, I'm just saying, like, hey, that sound kind of crazy. that sound kind of crazy. And she like, I didn't mean that. And he like, hey, I don't know what you mean, but hey, I guess. So they laughed and shit. You know what I'm saying? He started getting her braided. And nothing else really happened. You know what I'm saying? It take hellas. I don't know if y'all know this, but like the more hair you got, the longer it takes for you to get your hair done. So it take like 6 hours or so for this nigga to get his head done, which is still relatively fast with the amount of hair this nigga has. He ended up having to get, you know what I'm saying, some ends cut and shit, cause wanted to make it even. But you know what I'm saying, he done. He dripping, you know what I'm saying? He thank her and shit. He also paid because even though she said that he didn't have to pay, but he still pays because, you know what I'm saying. That took hellas. That took hellas. But you know what I'm saying, her phone started ringing, you know what I'm saying. It was ringing before, but you know what I'm saying, she was ignoring it because, you know what I'm saying, her and this boy Casper, you know what I'm saying, they were doing the dialect and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, the tongue sparring, figuring out things about each other and shit. So she was just ignoring it now, you know what I'm saying, that she done. So she washed her hands and shit. She picked the phone up, you know what I'm saying, come to find out, you know what I'm saying, some of her friends trying to invite her out. And she like, hey, trying to go to this little function. And he like, shit, I could do that. Right? So they slide out, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Uber everywhere because none of these niggas got cars. But he in this house party now. And, he thinking to himself, hey man, I'm about to make some money. Because obviously when you the plug, you're gonna make some money. Especially at parties, you gonna make some money. So, he got that bag on him because, you know what I'm saying, he was already prepared to come up in here making sales. Once he realized it was a house party, he like, oh yeah. Yeah, this me right here. Plus he been spending a little bit of money. So, you know what I'm saying, he trying to make up for the little bit that he did spend. So, you know what I'm saying, they going up, he with her, you know what I'm saying. Niggas try to stop him at the door because, you know what I'm saying, they don't know that nigga. Plus, they just hating. I ain't gonna lie, they just hating. They see a Miri shirt, you know what I'm saying? They see the Balenci's, so they see, hey, He got like a little tennis chain, you know what I'm saying, a little gold one. They like, ah, hell nah. They got box rate. Man, fuck no. Get the move around, little nigga. But, you know what I'm saying, Erica like, nah, he with me. And then, you know what I'm saying, the nigga who hosting the party, you know what I'm saying, he come out, he like, what's going on? Erica like, bro, these niggas, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know, tell bro that he can't come in and he with me. And he, you know what I'm saying, he like, bro, look, I don't, and then look, guess who come? That nigga K, aka Kanan. That nigga show up. He like, oh shit, it's Drake. Hey, no, let my nigga in. He like, bro, you know him? I'm like, yeah, bro, chill as hell. And he nice as fucking basketball. He like, oh word? He like, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? He get in. He like, hey, it pays to know people, bro. It pays to know people. So look, one of the security guards, you know what I'm saying, that nigga still, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's just at the door, you know what I'm saying, collecting money and shit. Because certain people, they don't have to pay. Then, you know what I'm saying, for most house party, if you are throwing a house party, you should charge niggas at the door. And you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying, me personally, if I was throwing a house party and shit, I would see how much a bottle go for, and then I would charge niggas just probably about like 2% above what a bottle go for, because I know niggas gonna be drinking. So I want them to pay for the bottle and then some. So then I make a profit. Hey, look, I'm just putting niggas on game. Look, this series might just be throwing little tidbits and game and shit out there. I don't know. But that's just me personally. That's what I would do. So look, he get in, you know what I'm saying? Can't adapt that nigga up. He like, yo. He like, nigga, you fresh as fuck. And you got your braids? What the fuck? And then he look, he like, yo, your eyes always like that. And he like what? He like two completely different fucking colors. And he like, yeah, it's heterochromia. You ain't never heard of it? He like, hetero. No, nigga, what? I mean, that shit hard though, but whatever. So you know what I'm saying, bro? He walking them around and shit. Erica, you know what I'm saying, she off to the side talking to some girls and, you know, some niggas she know from school and shit. So you know what I'm saying, they split up for a little bit. Nigga can't, you know, that nigga, whoo. Y'all ain't hear that. Y'all ain't hear that. That nigga can't. I don't know if I slipped or not, but if I did, y'all didn't hear that. That nigga came in, you know what I'm saying, he started telling him around and shit. He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, this what the cups are, you know what I'm saying, make yourself a drink and shit. And you know what I'm saying, he's being like, so like, you know what I'm saying, I see you with Erica and shit. Like, damn, that's crazy, because Erica don't even really be fucking with niggas like that for real. And he like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? He like, look over there. You know what I'm saying? He see her, you know what I'm saying, hella close whispering in a shorty ear and shit. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh, he like, yeah. So like, I don't know what you did, but nigga, you gonna have to teach me something, gang. You gonna have to teach me something, nigga. He was like, look, I got a 2-man coming up. You my second, bro. Because look, and he like, bro, look, nah, I don't know about all that and shit. He like, come on, bro, come on, twin. Look, listen. It ain't like, you know, look, the girl I'm trying to go after and shit, she cool. And you know what I'm saying, her friend, you know what I'm saying, she not ugly. She just talk too much. And I know you know what that's like. And he like, like, what do you mean? He like, look, I'll be trying to, you know what I'm saying, talk to her friend and shit, right? Her ass running defense on me trying to talk. And if I had an ISO, I could be clean. I'll be good, nigga. I would score. But no, this bitch is Hall of Fame fucking defender. Like, nigga, all her defensive stats are 99 overalls. And he like, alright, I see what I can do. He like, see, I knew you was a cool ass nigga, bro. I knew you was. So look, they drinking and shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, he hugging the wall and shit. He looking at the floor and shit. You know what I'm saying? He see, hey, there's some other niggas in here, you know what I'm saying? They doing some sleight of hand, some dap ups, and you know, some dap up and shit with his perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he can speed it up or slow it down just slightly. He ain't like Flash, but he could do it slightly. So he see, you know what I'm saying? He see them transactions happening. He like, oh, so I can make some money up in here. So look, you know what I'm saying? He walk up to that nigga Kanan, and he like, hey, look, I got some shit I'm trying to get off, and like, it is cool if I, you know what I'm saying, hey, make some moves real quick. And he like, what you mean? He like, you feel me? Like, I got some shit. And he like, you got like some shit? And he do like, you know what I'm saying? The universal signal for gas for that za. And he like, yeah. And he like, oh, nigga, you move like that, bro? Nah. Hey, nigga, we best friends now. You my mans. And he like, what? He like, nah, bro, you cool as hell. Like, you my mans now. And he like, all right, yeah. And he like, nah, look, you good. You know what I'm saying? Anybody try to press you on it, say it. Say, you know what I'm saying? That K said you good. And you should be straight. And if anybody's still pressing after that, punch their ass in the mouth, bro. Like, it is what it is. If some shit crack off, I'm gonna be in here. He like, oh shit, all right. I know you move like that. He like, hey, as long as I get a little discount. And he like, man, move around, nigga. He like, bro, look, nigga, come on, man. But they fucking around and shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Casper, he started making the moves though. You know what I'm saying? He mingling with everybody. You know what I'm saying? He talking to the niggas that's sitting on the couch. You know what I'm saying? He talking to the girls that's on the dance floor. He talking to the girls on the wall. Niggas that's posted on the walls. He just moving around, talking to everybody. You know what I'm saying? He trying to make that play. Which, because he got a natural high affinity for, you know what I'm saying, the charisma category, you know what I'm saying, of talking. He know how to articulate himself. He got that dialogue. So like most cases, unless they got their own prejudice towards him, niggas they more inclined to listen. And it, you know what I'm saying, of course it's more effective against, you know, the opposite sex. So like he kinda cool. Like some niggas they like, man, nah, fuck it. Move around, nigga. Like, but he ain't really tripping on that. That's not too much money lost. So after a while, he looking at his bag, he realized, dang, he kinda running low. He didn't expect that to happen. So he like, all right. From what he see, you know what I'm saying, he observing people. They doing all types of shit. Shrooms, you know what I'm saying? They got different kind of pills that he ain't never seen before. So he like, shit, I might as well, you know what I'm saying, invest and then, you know what I'm saying, make that money back. And y'all probably thinking, what is he talking about? So look, so there's other people in here dealing and they got drugs that he don't know about. He's just gonna buy those. So then he can ingest them, figure out, you know what I'm saying, break it down, figure out what it is, and then he can make them himself. And then he can make them better, last longer, have a better euphoria hit. He can do all that afterwards. So, you know what I'm saying? He is like he gotta spend a little bit of money, but he gonna make that back after he get it. So he going around, you know what I'm saying, he started getting some shit, you know what I'm saying? And you know, when you in a party, you clean as hell, fresh as fuck, nice shoes, you know what I'm saying? You could walk up to anybody and just get to talking to anybody, you know what I'm saying? You got that confidence about you. Niggas ain't gonna like that. So look, he walked, you know what I'm saying? He about to go sit on the couch. Nigga step on his shoes. And I know my sneaker heads, they already know what that's like. See, I ain't even really into shoes like that, and that shit still pisses me off. Cause it's like, bro, it ain't no way you just stepped on my shoes. So he looked down, you know what I'm saying? Bro still standing on his foot, bro. And he look up, and he like, hey, bro, can you get your foot off my shoes? And he like, huh? Like, what you just say? And that nigga lean in. So he pushed that nigga off him. He like, man, bro, get the fuck back. And he like, nigga, you know who I am? He like, no, nigga. But you about to pay for my fucking shoes, nigga, cause like these motherfuckers was fresh out the box and you just fucked them up. And you know, hey, if you watch Boondocks, you know what this is. It's a nigga moment. So they getting hot, you know what I'm saying? Tensions are rising, aggressions is high. You know, enhanced ignorance is about to be seen. And then, you know what I'm saying, Erica walk up, she grabbed this nigga, you know, Casper. She like, yo, what's going on? He like, man, whoever the fuck this nigga is, just stepped on my shoes. And she like, man, what the fuck? She like, Tony, what the fuck? Why would you do that? He like, man, he act like I did that on purpose. This is a cramp party. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to move around. And he like, so you stepped on my foot and you felt that you was standing on my foot. You didn't think to move, nigga? And you know, I was like, you know, hey, that's factual. Got his ass. Trap card. So Erica, you know what I'm saying, she take the nigga Casper out the party and shit. You know, bro kinda hot. He becoming like his old self again, but a little bit worse. You know what I'm saying? His anger, you know what I'm saying, it's a little bit more explosive, a little bit more predominant. So he get brought to the back porch and shit, you know what I'm saying? This nigga smoking and shit, drinking. You know what I'm saying? She started, you know what I'm saying, talking to him, being like, hey, you know what I'm saying, don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? He probably was just jealous or whatever the hell the case is. But don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You can chill back here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna be fucking with you back here and shit. And then, you know what I'm saying, another girl walk up to Erica, her name Amber, you know what I'm saying? And she like, Erica, what's up? Where you go? And then, you know what I'm saying, she looked back and she like, oh, Amber, you know what I'm saying, she looked like she just got caught up a little bit, kind of, but not really. Like, not really, but you know that look that certain people give when they doing shit they not supposed to be doing and then they get caught. It kind of looked like that a little bit, but not really. So like, she like, what's going on? And she like, oh, I saw, you know what I'm saying, an incident happening with one of my friends and shit. So, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to make sure he was all right. And then, you know, Amber look, she see the nigga Casper. You know what I'm saying, she look up to him and shit, because, you know, she kind of short. She look up, she see that nigga. She look at this nigga. And then she look back to Eric and she look at this nigga. And she like, damn. And she like, yeah, one of your friends, huh? How come I ain't never heard of this friend? I ain't never met this friend. And she like, oh, he new in town. You know what I'm saying? He just moved into the same building that she in right now. And you know what I'm saying? They was talking and shit. She actually the one who just did his hair. So she like, oh, so like you know, when I was calling you, you know what I'm saying, you wasn't picking up. She was like, yeah, you know, my phone was on silent and whatnot. And and then the Casper looked, and he listened to this, and he was like, that motherfucker was most definitely not on silent. Like, he heard it, do 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 do, and he heard it, and he like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. So I'm saying, you know, he kind of like, look, and he was like, look, you know what I'm saying, let me know, like when we leaving and shit, and I'll pay for the Uber back. But like, you know what I'm saying, unless, you know what I'm saying, you staying, and then, you know what I'm saying, I'll just let you know when I'm about to head out. She like, yeah, okay, for sure. And you know what I'm saying, he kinda stepped down the stairs a little bit, and he walk up to the side, and he like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be out the way. So like, now he outside, you know what I'm saying. It's kinda late. It's about like, I'm gonna say like 8:30 p.m. And he thinking like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's probably what, his second day, like, for real. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying, he making money and shit. He doing pretty well. You know what I'm saying? He counting the money that he just made. You know what I'm saying? It like, you know what I'm saying, this ain't too bad. So, you know what I'm saying, he's still on the side of the building. You know what I'm saying? In between the two houses. And most people don't know what that's called. That's called a gangway. At least where I'm from, it's called a gangway. But I don't know what y'all probably call it in y'all city. But in my city, where I was from, it was called a gangway. When, you know what I'm saying, the the path between two houses. So he in the gangway, you know what I'm saying, he counting money and shit. It is kind of dark and shit. You know. He heard that nigga Casper, not Casper, fucking, he's Casper. He heard that nigga Kanan arguing from the front. So like, since he already in the gangway, he can just take the gangway towards the front of the house. So he walked towards the front of the house, and he hear him arguing with somebody. And it sound like he's getting extremely heated. So he like, let me go see what's going on. So like he get up there, he see that nigga that stepped on his shoes, Tony, and some other nigga. And they basically look like they about to try to square up with him. And he like, man, this ain't got nothing to do with me, but at the same time, I'm about to hit him because he stepped on my shoes. So, you know what I'm saying? Kanan, he like, man, bro, what y'all trying to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? He pulling his pants up. He see Casper, you know what I'm saying, out the corner of his eye, like coming up from behind. And he like, yeah, so what y'all trying to do? Like, I'll beat both y'all ass, right? Cause you know, he trying to stand on business and shit. And niggas like, what? And then, right when that happened, he gets snuck from behind, picked up, slammed on his neck. And he like, oh. So, you know, his homeboy turned around because, you know, saying he heard him. So when he turned, Kanan got on his ass because he was like, hey, why would you look away? Why would you look away? So they get the brawling, you know what I'm saying? They do these boys dirty. So after that, you know what I'm saying, the party gets shut down, you know what I'm saying? Niggas start shooting. You know, it just get bad. It get bad. Like 95% of house parties. So they running, you know what I'm saying? His phone ringing, you know what I'm saying? Casper, he pick it up and shit. Erica like, oh, you good? He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Me and you know what I'm saying, bro, now we out. And she like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? We about to meet up at this park, you know what I'm saying, in the area over this way, you know what I'm saying? You know, you should meet her, like, whoever he's with, they should meet her there with her friends and shit. And he's like, yeah, okay. So then he hang up, and you know what I'm saying? They meet there. And then they start talking about what happened. And I was saying, and Kanan like, bro, look, I was just talking to him because I was like, I knew him, you know what I'm saying? We went to the same school and shit, you know what I'm saying, before the whole, you know, juvie situation. You're like, oh, yeah. He was like, yeah, but we was in the same school. So I asked him, like, damn, bro, why you step on bro's shoes like that? And he's like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. And like, I hate when people play stupid because it's like, bro, I seen you do it. Like, I was talking to somebody who just so happened to be standing in front of me, and y'all was on the other side. So he seen the interaction happening while he was talking to somebody. And he like, oh, and you're like, yeah. And he was like, I was asking him about it, you know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of weird. Like, we in the party, everybody trying to have fun. And then he just pick some random nigga he don't know, and he just start stepping on shoes. Like, is that like a new trend or something? Is that something I don't know about? Cause I am fresh out. So like, is that something that's a new trend? And Kaz was like, no. Why would that ever be a trend? You're like, hey man, you know, devious lick was a trend. He like, you right. And you know what I'm saying? Casper, he hip now. You know what I'm saying? He spent some time looking through the TikToks and Instagrams. So he kind of up on game. He know what's going on in his generation. Sadly, not much. A bunch of memes and nobody taking anything serious. So he's sitting on the bench, you know what I'm saying? And they got there earlier, so they waiting on Erica and Amber and whoever else she with to show up. So I said probably like 3 minutes passed. They still talking. You know what I'm saying? Kanan explaining like how his upbringing was and shit, like the shit that led him to going to juvie. And he like, yeah, see, he ended up going to juvie because his big brother, you know what I'm saying, he already had so many strikes. And if they would have caught him, you know what I'm saying, it would have been game over. So he just took the charge himself. So he was the one who went to juvie. He don't even really be like, you know what I'm saying, he ain't really even like a bad kid for real. Besides like fighting and shit. Like he get into fights, but he ain't, you know what I'm saying, he ain't like do nothing too crazy to the point that it wanted him being in juvie. And you know what I'm saying? Casper listens to this and he like, oh, okay. And he in his head, he's thinking like, damn, that's loyalty. That's respectable. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people have that kind of loyalty nowadays. So he like, hey, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no brother, but you know what I'm saying? If I did, I probably would do the same thing. He was like, what do you mean probably? He was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? What if my big brother was a hoe? He like, huh? He like, what if he was just like a whole ass nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we related by blood, but that nigga did everything in life to prove to me that we was not cool. He like, hey, I ain't never even think about that. He like, yeah, because most people they want to help out blood because that's their blood. But what if your blood is doing you wrong? And then they always it's the saying blood is thicker than water, but like not that's not always the case. And that's a very bad saying because it basically means that no matter what your family do, you should always pick your family instead of the family that you make for yourself. And I'm saying, Kanan, he like, what you mean by like family you make for yourself? And he like, look, like, you know what I'm saying? When you meet people, right? And like they hella cool and y'all grow like a bond, y'all become like brothers. That's basically the family you made for yourself because you picked to be cool with that person. And he like, for sure. I understand. I get it. And he like, so sometimes if you in a situation, what if you got like a whole ass brother and then you got a cool ass friend that's like a brother, and then them niggas beefing. Whose side would you pick? He like, see, that shit crazy. Cause like I ain't never even thought to even, you know what I'm saying, think like that. Like my brother, he was cool to me. So like I ain't got that type of situation to even, you know what I'm saying, be trying to do all these hypotheticals. And you know, Casper like, hey, I'm just saying, it's just something to think about. And he like, all right, bro. And I'm saying like, you a smart dude. He like, hey, I guess. He like, so, and you start looking around and shit, you know. Then K, he looking around. He like, so, what got you into like, you know what I'm saying, doing what you do? And he like, what you mean? He like, what got you into like doing that? Like, what do you? And he like, shit, I ain't got nobody to rely on. I ain't got no family. I ain't got no friends. You know what I'm saying? No uncle, aunties, grandparents. I ain't. It was just me. And like, if I don't do this, how else am I gonna live? And he like, damn, like that's fucked up. He like, yeah, I don't. He like, you know how it is. He like, shit, I don't like. You know what I'm saying? My family kind of dysfunctional and shit, but like, I still had a family. I couldn't imagine being out here having to make ends meet and do shit on my own. Like that shit. That's hey, I commend you for that. Cause shit, that don't seem easy. And how you were moving around, you made that shit look really easy. And you're like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a habit now. Like once you learn how to do it, it ain't that hard. You're like, shit. Hey man, you ever need something, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, hey, likewise. So they getting kinda cool, kinda tight. You know what I'm saying? That bond is forming. So then his phone started ringing. And he like, all right, hold on. He pick it up. It's Casper, obviously, for those who need people to. I ain't trying to call people stupid, but sometimes yeah, people don't be following the story on who I'm talking about at what time, which be kind of frustrating. But it's Casper phone that started ringing, right? And he pick it up, and Erica and I saying she talking to him and shit. She saying that where they is, like a situation that's happening and shit. So he get up, he tell Kanan, and then I saying they start booking it towards what's going on. And basically, it ain't too serious. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, life or death. It's just, you know, a situation where like one of the girls they was with, you know what I'm saying, she got a boyfriend, and that nigga he kinda he kinda Ray Rice, if you understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's kinda how he get down. You know. What Kevin Gates say? I thought it was okay to beat your hoe. That's yeah, you feel me? So they ain't they ain't really, you know what I'm saying, they ain't really locked in like that. You know, she came out here, you know, against bro wishes with you would think, but you know what I'm saying. Niggas don't own any female. They gonna do what they wanna do. Like if they respect you, then they'll respect what you say. But you can't tell them where they can and can't go. Like, man, you don't own them. So like, hey, if she gonna be out there, and she gonna be out there, and like that's just what it is. But yeah, I saying he told her not to be out, and she out because her friends invited her out and shit. So, you know what I'm saying, a situation happening, little domestics. You know what I'm saying? So they walk up, they're like, hey, what the fuck going on? Right? So he looked, you know what I'm saying? He like, what? You know what I'm saying? He see, hey, Kanan, he kinda a big nigga. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga 6'4", and I'm saying I don't know how many pounds. I ain't even gonna lie to you, so I can't even give you those. But he a big nigga. And then Casper, he not too short either. He like he 5'11", but like he's still growing. So he gonna be 6 foot, or probably like that. His ending height, I'm thinking 6'2", for a reason. Don't worry about it. Like, don't even, you know what I'm saying, think too hard about that. It's just for a reason. That's all you need to know, right? So he see these niggas, he like, ah, shit, you know what I'm saying. And this nigga like, he like 5'8", so he like, ooh, this not a good matchup. So he started trying to grab on her and shit and tell her like, hey, bitch, I said come on, right? And she like, I told you that we ain't even together no more, And you know, hey, she got a little bit of confidence because, you know what I'm saying, her friends around, you know what I'm saying, uh, some guys that her friends called showed up. So like she feel like, you know what I'm saying, this is the time to really say how she feel and to like really cut this nigga off, because it's now or never. But she tell them, you know, like, she don't even want to be with him. He's just obsessed and he don't know how to let go. And you know what I'm saying, that nigga like, bitch, and he pulled that hand back and that hand get grabbed. You know, that boy Casper, you know, he don't respect men hitting women. And he tell bro like, look, listen, walk with me, gangster. And he like, what? And that nigga came and put his arm around his neck. He said, you heard him, bro. Walk with us real quick. You gotta rap with you real quick. So they basically hem this nigga up, pick him up off his feet, and drag that nigga off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he walked on his own 2 feet, but he didn't really have a choice if he was gonna go or not. So after, you know what I'm saying, they go, they get him to a distance, you know what I'm saying? Casper start telling him like, bro, when it's over, it's over. And you gotta understand no mean no, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that, put your hands on them, all that fucking aggression, all that shit, you gotta let all that shit go. And he's like, man, nigga, don't tell me what the, and he punched that nigga right in the ribs. Yeah, that nigga can't grab that nigga by the back of his shirt. He like, nah, no, you ain't falling over. Stand your bitch ass up, right? So he pick him back up, and he like, nah, he like, man, what? He like, man, I don't even know y'all. Why y'all getting in my business? He like, look, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. You can let this go, let this situation be a learning experience for you, or you could try. You could try to, you know what I'm saying, weasel your way back in. You could try to stalk her or find out where she going and whatever case might be. But just know if I heard about it, I'm gonna do you worse than what we about to do. And he like, what? And that nigga punch him in the mouth. He throw that nigga to the ground. They start stumping on him. They beating his ass. I'm talking fists, elbows. Hey, somebody might think, if I fucking pull out the Markiplier flying through the air punch, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Like they on him. They do that boy greasy. I'm talking knots and lumps, bleeding, all types of shit. And they walk back, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They walk back over there to where Eric and them is and shit. And Erica asks like, where he go? And he like, oh, he ran off, right? So she looking down at their hands and shit, realized these boys knuckles kind of swollen, got a little bit of dried up, blood on them. And she like, yeah, ran off, yeah, right. But then the girl that came with them, right? She finally, stopped being hysterical, crying and stuff. She look up, and Casper look at her. And he like, Diana, and like it was just like immediate. He was like, just he don't even know why he said it. Then she look up at him and she like, how do you know my name? And he like, hold on, what the fuck? He's like, shit, my fault. I don't even know how I even knew that. And you know what I'm saying? And she looking at me, she like, do I know you? And he like, nah, I don't think so. So, you know, Erica, you know what I'm saying? Kanan, he looking, he like, yeah, this that's, you know what I'm saying that hey, Amber, she's there, she's looking at the situation like that. That's pretty weird to just immediately see somebody and call their name out. But neither y'all don't even know each other. So how the fuck, like, how you gonna explain that? So he like, hey, look, I don't even know how I just knew that. It's just like when I seen you, it just popped in my head. So I probably knew you a long time ago. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And she started laughing and she was like, shit, probably she don't really remember too much from her childhood. So they probably did know each other. And like that's kind of how the situation gets smoothed over a little bit. But internally, Casper, like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is Diana? Like, why the fuck? Why did he even know that name? You know what I'm saying? He started getting a little bit of a headache. You know what I'm saying? I feel like his head getting beat on like a drum. So you know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, look, if anything else happened, you know what I'm saying, call me. But like, you know what I'm saying? I kinda gotta go bust some moves and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Erica like, what? You know what I'm saying? You know, like curfew is like in like 20 minutes, right? He like, yeah. And she like, so what you gonna do? And he like, shit, I'm gonna be out. I gotta, like I said, I gotta bust some moves. I gotta do some shit. So he start walking off and came like, shit, hey, I'm gonna be with bro. So like, I see y'all later. You know what I'm saying? So shit happened. You know what I'm saying? And call me. He like, and he looked at Diana, and he like, he kind of stopped for a bit. And nigga, he kind of shake his head, and he like, what the fuck was that? And he walk off, and he like, hey, it is what it is. I was drinking, I was lit. He probably just had a little bit of brain fog. You know what I'm saying? He was partying hard. He was like a party animal. So he catch up with Casper. You know what I'm saying? He like, hey, I ain't gonna lie. We might have just met, but I feel like I've known you like my entire life. Like I feel like we just clicked up so hard, so fast that like it's kind of fucking scary on some shit. Like soulmates. Nigga Casper push him off. I'm like, nigga, what? He like, nah, man, like soul friends, nigga. Not like I ain't with that shit. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Don't even play with me like that. You seen me. You seen me in that party. You seen what I was on. So then they start laughing. He like, yeah. He was like, nah, I kind of understand what you mean. Like when it's like, I feel like from the moment we started talking, it was like we was just extremely cool. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. From the moment I seen you come into the building, it was like I was like, damn, hey, I felt like I knew you. That's why I kind of walked up into your room and shit. And he's like, oh shit. Nah, I just thought you was just a rude ass nigga. He was like, nah, I am, but like I ain't that rude. You feel me? So they laughing, they talking shit. And he like, so what you about to get into? He like, nigga, the same shit I was just doing in that party. That's what I'm about to do out here in these streets. And he like, oh, nigga, oh, you a professional. And he like, I mean, I wouldn't say that, but I make decent amount of money. And he like, shit, so where you get your shit from? And he like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta connect and all that. But you know what I'm saying? He drop it in a spot. I go into that spot, I get it. I leave some money behind, and that's kind of how the transaction worked. I never talked to him. He never talked to me. You know what I'm saying? Unless something go wrong. And he like, that's kind of suspicious, gang. Like, you got to keep your eyes open for a nigga like that. Like, what if he decided he don't need you no more? You know what I'm saying? He like, you know what I'm saying? Game over. He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I always keep my head on a swivel. He like, all right, for sure. So they walking. He like, so like, you want me to like stay here and then you go get the shit, and then come back. He like, nah, you a trustworthy nigga. I ain't even worried about you trying to like snake me or backdoor me or shit like that. He was like, nah, I don't even get down like that. He like, especially from the, you know, I saying the story you told me at the park. You don't even seem like a greasy type of nigga. So like, shit, we cool. Shit, you help me. We could break bread and like, you know what I'm saying, make some real plays tonight. He like, shit. I mean, I am broke. So they go back to the house that nigga Casper was at the previous day. You know what I'm saying? Where everything started with that couch. So they go in there, you know what I'm saying? He run down into the basement and shit. He got his phone flashlight on. He go in the basement, you know what I'm saying? He used drug lab. He started making all the stuff that he was already selling. Then he eat the mushroom that he had in his pocket. But then, you know what I'm saying, he popped with a pill that he had, that shit get dissolved. And you know what I'm saying, it ain't gonna do nothing to him. Because he ain't looking to get high. He looking to just break it down. So he do that. And that's when he make Bliss and he make Real Life, which is, you know what I'm saying, of course, Bliss is a tablet. It's like, what was they called? Slaps, like from Batman Beyond. Like the little venom little tablet thing that you could just put on your arms, and you know what I'm saying, they give you venom. It's like that. It's just opioids. It's just, you know what I'm saying. I don't know if y'all know what an opioid like classification drug is, but just look up what an opioid is. And that's basically the effect that it has on your body. And then Real Life is an eye drop. Obviously, it stems from the mushroom that he took, and it's a psychedelic. So he got them in little eye drop bottles because, you know, it just seemed like, you know what I'm saying, an easy thing to do. Like, imagine, you know what I'm saying, going out and partying. Not y'all. Y'all better not be doing that shit. I'll be your ass. Don't, hey, you don't do no drugs. But imagine, you know what I'm saying, you being out and you see people like eye dropping each other and shit. It just makes it easier for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like a party thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing too crazy. Ain't nothing that's gonna have them trying to rip their face off or no shit like that. So he makes some of those. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then he come back up, you know what I'm saying, with the bag, you know what I'm saying, it's full. And he like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I got the shit. He like, oh word. So, you know what I'm saying, they start heading out. And they walking around and shit. They walking through the street. And then, you know what I'm saying, they see some cars speeding. They hear police sirens and shit chasing the car. And, you know, Kanan, he looked and he like, oh shit. He like, what? He like, man, crime never really like seemed to like stop or slow down in this fucking city. And he like, what you mean by that? He like, shit, ain't ain't that nigga Batman be out and shit? And he like, Batman, nigga, you actually believe that? And he like, what, you don't? And he like, no, I ain't never seen no nigga dressed like no fucking bat flying through the air or doing no crazy shit like that. And he like, shit, you don't never be seeing the little fucking signal and shit? He like, I mean, everybody see the signal, but like, we don't think that shit real. Obviously, it's on top of the fucking police precinct, so we think it's some type of police conspiracy theory that helped them control the crime rate, because it have went down by a lot. It ain't as crazy as it used to be, or so I heard. And he like, you genuinely don't believe that it's a Batman? He's like, no, nigga. And he like, shit, nigga, he real. And he looked, and he like, Drac, bro, that nigga not real, gang. I don't know. Look, you might. I don't know. Like that nigga not real, gang. And he look at him. He like, look, listen to me, K. I seen that nigga. And he like, you seen? Wait, you seen that nigga? When? And he was like, well, I ain't see the nigga, but I seen his car. And he like, nigga, what? It could have just been some random car. He like, no, nigga, it was a big ass military grade fucking blackout vehicle with fucking a jet propeller in the back. Like, how the fuck? Like, y'all, nobody seen that? Was I tripping by myself? And he like, shit, I've never seen it. Like, I heard like on like, you know what I'm saying, some forum pages and shit of something like that. But even then, like, shit, I never seen it. So I always thought this shit was fake. It's a real nigga running around our city, beating on people, stopping crimes. He like, yes. He like, hey, bro, that's kind of lit. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I always thought this shit was kind of fake, but hey, that I can't lie. That's kind of fire. And he like, yeah, I guess. And he like, wait, so that nigga Batman real? And he like, yeah. He like, shit. All right, I'll fuck with you. You that mum and shit. He start walking up like, hey, nigga, where you going? And he like, nigga, you just told me a nigga who beat on criminals is real. And what we about to do is a crime. So, nigga, what? Like, from all the stories I thought was fake, from what I heard he do to niggas, no, nigga, hell no. And he like, oh, so you pussy now? He like, well, I wouldn't say all that. I'm just not trying to, you know what I'm saying, be breathing through tubes. And he like, man, bro, we good. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's so many things happening that's more high profile than we are. Plus, I'm smart, so we ain't gonna get caught. And he like, see, I wanna believe you, but I don't know. We did just kind of meet. And he's like, hey, bro, I thought we was locked in. I thought we was soul twins or whatever the fuck you was talking about. And he like, see, I hate that shit. That female shit. Don't be up here using my fucking words against me, nigga. All right, let's fuck it. All right. I'll do it. You're like, yeah. I thought so. Like, man, you a really manipulative nigga. You know that? You're like, shit. Hey, I don't have no friends, so how would I know? And he, you know what I'm saying? They just start laughing and shit. He like, hey, shit, something wrong with you. So obviously, you know what I'm saying? They get out here, they get to trapping. They start making their moves. They making some money. Casper had to teach this nigga Kanan how to really get it down. Cause he hella aggressive. Like it ain't like he don't know what he doing. It's just like he hella aggressive. He don't even really like make it seem like a choice to buy some shit from him. He just kind of walk up on you and be like, yeah, hey, bro, like 50 for the, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And niggas be like, oh, okay. So he trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, bro, like, you know, we can't be doing it like that. You got to do it like this. So they walking around, and it's the same thing as last time. He got the 3-2-1 rule where he did do it 1 time, 2 times, or 3 times in one spot, and he moved around. So they doing that. But obviously, you know what I'm saying, now that Kanan's with him, it's more like, you know what I'm saying, it's either, you know, how do I explain it? Because they kind of have to switch out with each other on who doing the 1, 2, and 3 in certain areas. But as they get more comfortable and they, you know, said they do better. Why do I always catch the hiccups? That's weird. But as they get better, it's more of like they do 2 here, they do 4 there, and they might do 6 here because, you know what I'm saying, each of them is doing it at the same time, which marks up, you know what I'm saying, the profit margin. So, you know, they moving around. And then he eventually get onto that same street he was on the previous night, you know what I'm saying, where the working ladies was, and, you know what I'm saying, that shit happened. So he out, you know what I'm saying, he making money, hand-to-hand transaction and whatnot. You know, some of the girls see him, they walk up on him, you know what I'm saying, they started complimenting his hair and shit. He like, oh, thank you, this, that, and the third. You know how it go. So then, you know what I'm saying, he see, you know, the main one that was really like really talking to him and shit. She not really even there. And he asked, like, so where, you know what I'm saying, where she at? And then, you know, everybody get quiet and shit. And they don't really want to tell him. But then one of them tell him what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? she wanted to like stop, and her handler, because I ain't gonna say what the real title is, but her handler was like, hell no, right? So then, you know what I'm saying, uh a situation happened, and then, you know what I'm saying, she ain't like, she ain't optimal to be out right now. So he heard about that, you know what I'm saying, veins start popping out in his foreheads and shit, through his forearms, through his hands and shit. They see that, you know what I'm saying? They touch him on the shoulder, and they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be okay," and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? It's just I really don't like men who who do shit like that, or who use women like that. And you know what I'm saying? And most of them like, well, it is kind of a choice. Some of us did get into this willingly, you know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, but like, even still, it's not it's not really a choice if you think about it, because it's like, you know what I'm saying, you're not doing it on your own time, and you're not doing it by yourself, where you can say when you done or not. So how is that, you know what I'm saying, like, that's kind of fucked up. And he like, actually, and you know what I'm saying, he get a kind of look in his eyes, and you know what I'm saying, Kanan, he walk up to him, he like, hey bro, hey, I met some crazy niggas. I know what that look mean. What you doing? What do you plan on doing? And he's like, nah, I'm about to show bro something. And you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm gonna have to end it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Uh Free Coco. Please let my dog go. Right? Other than that, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.